business. Do something to make more money and use that money that you make to invest in back to the business to make more money. And then once you make more money than you make at your 9 to 5, quit your 9 to 5. Now you're on your own time. You don't have to wake up at a certain amount of time. You don't have to wake up at a certain time to go to work. You don't have to do this and that. It's easy, but it's better said than done. So there are multiple ways for you to make 2,000 a week, which is 100,000 a year. That is right there, bare minimum, what you don't want to call broke. If you make 100,000 a year, you're not considered broke. Anything lower than that, you are considered broke. So there's ways to make money online. There's ways to make money offline. My best bet, if you're my age, I'm 20 years old, and most of my viewers are usually around my age or either younger, I would try to advise you to make money offline. Online is another way, but it takes a little longer. Being that I say this because we have things called service-based businesses. So basically like pressure washing, doing nails, cutting hair, other things in those kind of areas. Those make money real quick because I can call somebody who needs pressure washing done and get it done tomorrow or get it done the day after or whatever. It's always people who need a service done. Rather than online e-commerce, basically, I'm gonna give you an example. E-commerce is like, it takes a skill to learn it. Yes, it does. But it's not guaranteed, in a matter of a day or a week that I will get my first customer. Pressure washing or service-based business, I want to say, is more guaranteed. When I first started my pressure washing business, I was booked up already in the first month after just starting. I just started literally like a week and I was booked up. And that was the most money I ever made. So that's why I encourage most people to start businesses offline. But if you want to, go ahead and do it online. But I will be giving you 5 things that you can start to make at least 2,000 a week, which is 100,000 a year, in order to make more money and also to live more financially free, basically. And have to quit your 9 to 5. Because I know people don't like 9 to 5 jobs. Let's be honest here. A lot of people do not like 9 to 5 jobs. I hate waking up in the morning and going to work and having to be on somebody else's times and having to follow somebody else's rules. That's just not the way I was. Ever since I've been young, I haven't been like that. That's why I didn't get along in school, stuff like that. Like, I love to learn, but the way school was teaching me, it was under people's rules and basically under like supervision or basically whatever you want to call it. And I just couldn't do that. But as soon as I finished school, or basically I didn't finish school, I basically dropped out. As soon as I dropped out of school, I started teaching my own stuff, certain things. And I never read a book in school. I read a book. Now, after I got out of school, I started reading a lot and I learned that I like to read. It's just the books they were advising me to read in school, I was not interested in. But that was the criteria. I didn't go to school and they didn't tell me about books to make money and they didn't tell me about books to learn about how to become a better person, nothing like that. It was more like, all I heard about in school was basically like scary books or investigating books or stuff under like Harry Potter and stuff like that. I didn't really have those kind of books in school. So that's why I'm telling you guys this now. I know a lot of people out there like me. So the first thing I would say is pressure washing. Pressure washing, the startup fee is probably about, let's say, $500 to $700 around there. You go buy a pressure washer. You can buy a pressure washer for anything around $250. And then the equipment, you don't have to start off with surface cleaner. Surface cleaner is a whole nother thing. It's basically like driving a pressure washer over like concrete or stuff like that, brick, whatever, or wood. You don't have to start off with that. The way I advise you to start is do pressure washing. Buy your pressure washer for about $250. You need at least 2.5 gallons per minute. Don't need anything higher than that. PSI doesn't really matter too much. It's million to gallons per minute. Start off with pressure washing. Buy 250 or 300, however much money you got. Buy that. Go on Facebook. Learn how to do Facebook ads. If you don't learn how to do Facebook ads, go buy it's like an advertising. I don't know. I forget what it's called, but it's like an advertising board or whatever. It's a yard advertising board, basically. Go put it on the corner of every neighborhood. Advertise your business. You will get customers literally calling you every single day. I promise you, this is exactly what I did. But I did Facebook ads and I did that. If you learn Facebook ads is easier, I'm not gonna say it's easier. No, I take that back. If you learn Facebook ads, that's another way. But the yard sign things, that is another way too as well. But doing those both, you will be booked up. And I promise you, if you keep this consistent, you will not be working at your 9 to 5. And I promise you'll be making more than $2,000 a week. Buy a pressure washer, buy all the other equipment, which is like probably counts up to 500, but probably not, but somewhere out there, 500. Let's just say that's the bare minimum. 500. That's all you need to start. If you count in all the ad costs, all the yard sign costs, all that stuff, it can come up to 500. Do that. And I promise you, in the first month or month and a half, you'll be making over $2,000 a week at any age. If you can drive, if you don't even have a car, go to U-Haul and rent a car. Rent a U-Haul truck. I don't care about the advertising or the truck, whatever you like. Don't care about that. I put up my first customer in a U-Haul truck. I didn't have my own truck. I put up my first customer in a U-Haul truck. Buy a U-Haul truck. They will charge you for mileage. But as soon as you start getting more customers, and they start sending you money, what you want to do is use that money to invest back into the business. Don't use that money to buy any other things. Now you have money for expenses if you want to, like, if anything does come out, you have money for that. But you want to try to use that money to invest in back to the business. So buy a car, a truck preferably, and get around with the truck. Don't go and buy a crazy truck and finance and none of that stuff. Buy a truck off of Facebook Marketplace. You'll be making over $2,000 a week. I promise you. Buy a truck off Facebook Marketplace for about $3,000. Use that, and then go around the city or town, wherever you live, whatever, and use that as your pressure washing truck. And then after you start getting your clients up and stuff like that, this is what I advise you to do that I haven't even heard people doing. But start a subscription-based pressure washing service. So you want to try to add as much value to the subscription-based pressure washing service. Make a silver level, make a bronze level, a silver level, and a gold level, and probably a platinum level too as well. And just do those for monthly fees. That way, so now you're making recurring monthly fees instead of having to do that customer only one time out the year. Probably you now can go back and get a constant fee from them every single month. So let's say I have 10 customers that I've been going around to or whatever, servicing their homes. If I add a fee onto their stuff, let's say their fee $50 a month each, and I have 10 customers, what's that? 500. So boom, now I'm getting paid $500 a month just off of those 10 customers, and I don't have to wait till next year to see those 10 customers again. And it could be certain things like adding on grass cutting every month, adding on Christmas, putting up Christmas lights every month, or putting up ornaments, whatever they want to do. I know a lot of people down here, they put up ornaments for every single holiday, and that could be a part of the subscription. So just be open to things when you start a business. The next thing, online e-commerce. So that could be anything from starting a brand, that can be anything from selling a product online, anything. The best way I would do is go buy somebody's course. I don't care about what anybody says. Go buy somebody's course, learn how to market, learn how to advertise, stuff like that, and then start you a brand. Keep going at it. It will be hard. Keep going at it. And this is not something that's instant. That's what I said before. This is not something that's instant where you don't just make money automatically in the next month or two. Next week or two. Not even in a month or two, probably. It probably will take you 6 months, probably up to a year. Go on, study marketing, advertising, read books about it, go get courses about it. Try to stay to the monthly courses, not the courses that want to pay up front. Those are usually like the scam ones where they don't get your money back and stuff like that. Try to stick to the monthly courses where it's only like $75 a month, $60 a month. That's something that you can keep going back into, and then you can cancel. You're not paying $800 a month up front or $1,000 a month up front. $1,000 a year or wherever it is to buy the course. You're not paying up front. You're paying monthly. Try to do one of those courses. Once you find that out, you should be making money in a matter of 6 months to a year. And that would be more, it'll be more money than pressure washing would make you. But it is a harder thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's way harder than pressure washing because it's more like you have to learn so many type of different skills. You have to learn marketing. You have to learn how to basically do customer service. You have to learn what people like to buy from, stuff like that. It's a whole bunch of other stuff. But that is one way to make $2,000 a week, and even more than that if you're at any age. If you have money to invest, do e-commerce, start your clothing brand, sell products online, anything under that category. That is e-commerce. The next thing, cutting hair. You can literally watch videos online how to cut hair. You do not have to go to barber school. You do not have to spend money on learning how to cut hair. You can watch videos on YouTube teaching you how to cut hair at any age. Literally, all you have to do is buy a cutter, whatever you call it, a hair cutter thingy, whatever you want to call it. Buy a cutter. You can cut hair in the bathroom. There's literally videos online, people, young kids doing that, cutting hair in the bathroom, making over $1,000 a week just cutting hair at the age of 16, 15. That's crazy. That's enough money they need. All right there. At the age of 16, 15, I wish I was making that much money at that age. But learn how to cut hair. Once you learn how to cut hair, charge people money for your service. And then that will eventually get you up to $2,000 a week. But I'm not gonna say off rip in a matter of 2 weeks you'll be making $2,000 a week. I never cut hair, but I know it is a lot of money that can be made in that kind of service. If you learn how to cut hair and then you charge people a certain amount, you post it on social media, keep posting them, you can raise your amounts. You can raise whatever you want to do. And then also with that same thing as the pressure washing, you can charge a subscription base. I've never seen a barber doing that. But usually people try to get their hair cut more than twice a month, at least. And then to cut the personal fee or whatever they want to do, cut the person some money, you can charge them subscription based. So whatever your haircut, let's say your haircut goes for $30 a haircut. You can charge them instead of $30. That's charge you $50 a month. So now you're taking $10 off for the next haircut not to be $30. $50 a month, you can come and get your haircut twice a month only. So now, if that customer doesn't even show up, he still has to get you still have to cut his hair because it's on a subscription. But you're already making money off of them. And you might think like, okay, what if they cancel? You can look at that on the app. Whatever you're using to make your subscriptions, you can use that. You can look at that on the app if they cancel. And it's certain apps that I know that can tell you if somebody has canceled and stuff like that. So it's different ways to go about this stuff. If you want to make recurring money, subscription fees, stuff like that. If you just want to make money tomorrow and be done with it, then just cut hair. $30 a cut, or try to do the lowest as you can. When you're dealing with service business, you want to try to be the lowest as you can so you can build up your clients. And then once you start doing more, that's when you start charging higher. And yes, some of your clients will leave, but that more money will make up for those clients that are leaving. And then people will start seeing your value. People will start seeing, oh, he's getting good haircuts. Who is he going to? Now I'm coming to him. I'm charging $50 a haircut, but people see why you're charging $50 a haircut. This haircut looks crazy. And then boom, you just keep adding more value, keep doing more things, and you keep making more money. Let's say I started this at 15. By the time I'm 16, by the time I'm 18, 19, I'm charging $70 a haircut. Because I have 3 years experience and I'm cutting people hair like crazy and it's looking good. So I'm charging $70 a haircut. Let's say we cut like 10 hairs in one day, which is gonna be probably gonna cut way more than that. You're making $700 in that one day already. So don't look at the short term for this stuff. Yes, you can't make money tomorrow doing this. But what I'm saying in long term, you can make way more money than you can make tomorrow if you just stick to it and learn the skill and be proficient at the skill. All right. The next thing for girls, doing hair or doing nails. Those are 2 things you can do, girls. And I said 5 things, but those are 2 things you can do, girls. Doing hair or cutting nails or doing nails. I don't care if you don't know how to do hair. I don't care if you don't know how to do nails. You can learn those things online, and you can charge a ticket for it. Trust and believe. I know you can, because I know how expensive it is for a girl to get her hair done. I know how expensive it is for a girl to get her nails done. I don't know what the startup cost is, but I'm sure it's probably nowhere near over $250. So Do that. Like I said, for the other service businesses, you can start. You can do a subscription. You can do a subscription for almost anything in service base. You can do a subscription for almost anything. If people want a service and they come to you a certain amount of times a month, you can charge a subscription for it. And I know girls' nails probably, I'm not sure about that, but I know they probably don't last fully a month. But if you charge a subscription for it and they're still on the subscription and it doesn't last a month, as long as they're still on the subscription, it should be okay for them to get it next month. But what I'm saying, that's recurring money coming in every single month. So instead of saying, oh, I made $100 this week, now I know for guarantee I'm going to make $100, next week again, because I have recurring money coming in. Instead of saying, now I have to find a new client to cover it, and if this client didn't like it or whatever. But once you keep doing those certain things, doing nails and doing hair, and people start seeing that you're good at it, you can charge more. You can up the value more because you're doing better. You're getting better at your skill. And over time, you can charge way more than what you started with at first. So girls, no matter how old you are, start doing nails or hair. It doesn't matter. Do something that girls like, makeup, stuff like that. A lot of girls, makeup, bro. I had went to the mall with my girl, and makeup is very expensive. Like, I would never spend that much money on anything. I'm gonna be honest with you, but makeup is very expensive. Start learning how to do something to make money tomorrow, to add more to your income. Don't just be stuck with your 9-to-5 job. Once you learn how to make more money with hustling or just starting a side business, do something to make more money and use that money that you make to invest in back to the business to make more money. And then once you make more money than you make at your 9-to-5, quit your 9-to-5. Now you're on your own time. You don't have to wake up at a certain amount of time. You don't have to wake up at a certain time to go to work. You don't have to do this and that. It's easy, but it's better said than done. I promise you, but it's easy. I promise you. You just have to stick to it and be consistent. There will be times that you want to give up. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. There'll be times that you want to give up. It's all about being consistent. You can make anything work as long as you're consistent with it and you believe in yourself. You have to change that the way that you think. Honestly, like if your mindset is, oh, I can't do it, or it's going to be too much, you have to change that. That is the first thing you have to change is you. You cannot do anything if your mindset is, oh, I can't do it. I can't do this and that. You have to change that. So with these things that I told you, please go and do something. Even if it's not in these things, go research 5 businesses or whatever you want to do. Go research businesses that I can start today that can make me money tomorrow. There are certain things called fail-proof business. I think that most of these businesses I gave you are literally fail-proof because it's really on you if you quit. Certain of the businesses really cannot fail unless you just stop doing it. Because everybody needs a service. Somebody right now needs their nails done. Somebody right now needs their hair done. Somebody right now needs a cut. Somebody right now needs pressure washing. I'm telling you. So I just gave you this information right now. I just gave you all this game. Go start something. It starts in you first. I promise you. It all depends on you. Change your mindset. Start studying what you want to do. And just start. That's the first hurdle. Is getting over just saying and start doing it. A lot of people just say, you have to start now. Start. Please. And again, this was Adrian. I thank you guys. I'll see you guys next time.